What's going on, and welcome to Joe's Geek Show, the video series where we talk comics, and today I'm going to be giving you my March 11th, 2020 comic book pull list. Okay, if there's one thing that I can assure you about this week, it's that I do not have just an overabundance of Flash books with the various Flash covers unlike last week, which was primarily the Flash issue number 750. And yeah, also, it was a pretty decent, hefty size this week, and I'm very excited for it. And like always, I've classified these books from DC to Marvel to small press, and let's get started. Kicking it off with The Batman's Grave, issue number 6. And this has been a very interesting book, albeit a little bit insane. Just because of things that have happened within this particular title. Like, I believe in the first issue, Batman was looking into a murder, and then he discovers that the murderer had like hid himself under the floorboards, and it's just gotten crazier from there. And I think that Warren Ellis has been doing a bang-up job on this book. Next up, we've got The Flash, issue number 751. That is right, 2 Flashes, 2 weeks in a row. And I'm okay with that, especially seeing as how not last week but the week prior was when The Flash would normally come out. Of course, I'm not sure exactly why the book came out last week and not the week prior. Maybe to, I don't know, give us 750 and then 751 essentially back to back within the span of 2 weeks. But more Flash is always welcome. And that does complete the DC books. Now moving on to the Marvel, starting with Earth's Mightiest Heroes, The Avengers, issue number 32. And Jason Aaron's Avengers is another book series in the Marvel realm that I've actually really been enjoying. I have stated from time to time that he does like to make, tiny little political statements in his books, some that really, in the grand scheme of things, make absolutely no sense. But overall, I do like the stories that he has been telling because they have been relatively fun adventure books. And also, especially when it first started, right around the time that Scott Snyder was jumping on the Justice League, I actually was enjoying the Avengers more, which I always thought was crazy because I would have sworn that as soon as Scott Snyder jumped on Justice League that I would have found that better. Not to say Scott Snyder's Justice League didn't even out. I really enjoyed it right up until the end. Well, until that last issue. But as far as the Avengers goes, yeah. I can only maybe think of one particular issue that I didn't care for. Next up, we've got Ghost Rider, issue number 6, continuing the battle between Johnny Blaze, the forces of hell, and hey, Danny Ketch, who now is no longer a Ghost Rider, but he's actually the spirit of the damned rather than the spirit of vengeance, which is this weird knight-looking guy, but Punisher and Wolverine showed up in the last issue, so I think things are about to get interesting. Now we've got the Immortal Hulk, issue number 32. And I've said many times that I really like what Al Ewing has done with the Incredible Hulk and turned him into this immortal character that at least in the beginning could only become the Hulk at night, but then some of his other personalities come out during the day. And I really like how Bruce Banner has been kind of taken over by all these multiple personalities, including the return of Joe Fixit, who I always thought was a really cool concept. I love the Grey Hulk. And also what's been done with other characters like Betty Ross, who is this red She-Hulk harpy monster who doesn't mind just killing everybody. I'm all for it. I'm enjoying it. Moving on to the last of the Marvel books, which is Thor, issue number 4. And what can I say about Donny Cates' Thor book, except that it has been utterly and absolutely fantastic since the first issue all the way to now. I have been hooked. He's got me sold. I am ready to see where the Black Winter is going. Now moving into the small press, we've got Agretzka, issue number 2. This is a book that my wife has asked me to pick up because she read the first issue. Heck, I read the first issue. For those that don't know, Agretzka is a anime character from the Sanrio line, the same line as Hello Kitty. There was a show that's on Netflix that came out last year, or the year prior. Well, there's been 2 seasons, I know that. And even though it came from the Hello Kitty line and is meant to look cute and adorable on the surface, really when you cut down into what the show is and the characters, it's actually fairly adult, which I find interesting. Because you have a character who just internalizes everything about how much she hates her job, how much she hates her life, she sees no hope for advancement, and then she just sings death metal to kind of let it out. It's fun on the screen, it's fun in a comic. Moving on. And we are moving on to Bloodshot, issue number 7. This book is being written by Tim Seeley, and I am been a fan. There's no other way to describe it. I've really been liking the Bloodshot title. It's essentially been my Ninjak replacement ever since the last volume of Ninjak ended. But at times, I'll admit, I think that the book has been so good, it's occasionally actually made me forget about the Ninjak character. At least until I close the book and I'm reminded that I want Ninjak back. But what's cool about Bloodshot is that if you've never really read Bloodshot before and you would like to get into some of the newer comics before the new Vin Diesel movie comes out, this is only issue number 7. Granted, issue number 0 came out a few weeks ago, so there's 8 in total, but they're still fairly easy books to get. And I personally think that they're worth a look. And the final book on this March 11th, 2020 comic book pull list is Saban's, aka Boom Studios, Go-Go Power Rangers, issue number 30, which is a sad day because this officially marks the end of the Go-Go Power Rangers line. Ryan Parrott on Twitter announced a couple weeks to about a month ago that the Go-Go Power Rangers book was coming to an end. I did not want to believe it, but I mean, he's the writer, so of course he's gonna know if the book is coming to a close or not. Luckily, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is still ongoing, but it is still sad to see Go-Go Power Rangers come to its inevitable end. But part of me is kind of hoping, and I really do hope, that this book is going away so that maybe another Power Rangers book can come in. You know, maybe they'll do Zeo, maybe they'll do Turbo, Space, Lost Galaxy, or any number of different Power Rangers books. Because it would be nice to see some other seasons besides Mighty Morphin get some attention. Because as a big Power Rangers fan, I will say, and I know I've gotten into arguments with other Power Rangers fans, but some of others have agreed with me as well in certain Facebook groups and such, that Mighty Morphin, although was fun and is great and started the line, it is not the best one out there, I would say. Since then, there have been other adaptations of the Japanese Super Sentai series that I feel have done far better, both in terms of its acting and its story. But nonetheless, both Power Ranger comic books have been nothing short of a treat for longtime Power Ranger fans. Now we're dropping to 1. But anyway, that completes my pull list for today, and I would like to know what you picked up. Please leave your comments in the comment section below, and if you like this video, I'd love it if you'd smash that like button, share it with some friends, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and ring that notification bell for more comic book content. And if you're wondering what to watch next, consider one of these 2 videos. Alright, take care, have a great day, let's read some comics, and as always, stay geeky.